FM 94, The Dark. It is that time again. It's time to get to know a band. We're playing here on The Dark, and on the phone right now, I'm talking with the drummer from the band Stone Sour, that being Roy. And of course, Stone Sour, along with Hailstorm, is coming to Bemidji, Minnesota on Wednesday. They'll be at the Sanford Center as they are continuing to rock it out once again in 2018. And first of all, Roy, thanks so much for joining me on The Dark. And I guess the first question I got to ask you is, you guys just came off Shiprock. You went from probably 90-degree weather to now below zero weather. How the hell are you holding up?
Barely. I mean, for me personally, I have like a bit of a head cold thing, sinus thing going on. It just hit me about a few days ago, and I was expecting that anyway. I mean, it's some pretty extreme weather. We went from like nice 90, 80-degree weather to like 10 below within a week. So it was definitely going to happen.
Let me ask.
A lot of us are fighting a little bit of a cold. But
Yeah,
we're soldiering through it, man.
let me ask you this: who the hell put your tour together for this?
Well, it was the only time that we could do it. I mean, it was all scheduling and availability, so this is the time to come to Canada, so we have to go do it, plus we haven't been here in 10 years, so it was definitely an opportunity we didn't want to miss, We love playing here every time. Because other times we have played here, it's only been like a couple, shows here, a couple shows there, like coming in with, the bigger bills, like Korn or the Avalanche tours, where you do like one-offs here and there. We're like, man, we need to come back to Canada and do full-on, like, East Coast to West Coast tour, and we finally got it. So it's been great, man.
That's
We
awesome.
played a couple places we never played before, like Dawson Creek and Etheridge and places like that. And those places went off. It was great. And today we're in Calgary. Yeah.
Let's talk about Shiprock for just a second. Was that the first time you guys ever did that, and what was the experience like?
Yeah, it was the first time we've ever done it. It was great, man. It was like 3,000 people on a boat partying, and I mean, we weren't really partying that much, but it was fun though. It was really awesome. Reconnecting with a lot of old people we haven't seen in a long time. Some cool, great bands were on there. Like Nevermore was on, Nothing More was on there. Who else? In This Moment and Seether. Like all these killer bands are on there. It was awesome.
Was there any bands that you were watching there that really impressed you that you maybe hadn't heard of before?
I really like Nothing More. They were awesome. I never got to see them live. That was the first time I seen them live. Beartooth was was playing there, which were great. Dead, awesome bands. Yeah, I really enjoyed my time there. It was really cool. It was great.
And of course, now you're rolling through Canada, and you'll be coming Wednesday to Minnesota. I know you've been to Minnesota before. Do you have any fond memories of Minnesota?
Yeah, actually. Honest memory of Minnesota, my first time ever coming to Minnesota, which was early 90s. I used to be in a punk band called Nausea, and our label was based in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, actually. A label called Profane Existence. And I used to play there quite often. And, yeah, it was great.
And, of course, the Super Bowl going on this weekend. You get involved at all in football at all or not?
Not really, man. I'm not really a sports guy. So, not really.
That's okay.
Banner into it.
Nothing
really
wrong with that. Guy. Nothing wrong with that. But there's always other fun things to do here in Minnesota, too. Obviously, you can maybe go to the Mall of America, do something like that.
Oh, I've done that. Yeah, pretty impressive. It's huge.
It is huge. Let's talk about the album that you guys currently are out on tour with, obviously. And this is an album that you guys really kicked off last year, and we're talking about Hydrograde. Give us your take on how this album is really turned out. Is this really what you thought it would turn into?
No, man. I mean, we made the record with just zero expectations. We just put together, the best songs we can we could put together and record them, and then hope for the best. We're really happy with how things turned out. I mean, especially the process of making the record. That was like the first time the whole band actually recorded in a room live together. So that's pretty special to me. You know what I mean? It brings the character out in the band the most. Doing it that way. So listening back to it, that's what I think about. And I think that really came across in the record.
You know,
And yeah, I did not expect it to do what it's doing, and I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy, everyone got it and got into it and supported, and it's great.
Are you surprised on how this band, Stone Sour, has taken off over the years? I mean, obviously, when you joined the band, things were kind of starting, and now it's just exploded into this international phenomenon, I guess you could say.
Yeah, definitely surprised by that. Absolutely. I mean, you can't have any expectation with things, man. You just have to just go with it and roll with it. You know what I mean? And don't think about it. Just do it. And hope for the best.
How tough is it to be a band together today in today's world? I mean, you've been around for a few years and been different bands and that. How tough is it for a band to stay together and be strong?
Well, first off, I mean, off stage, it starts with, you definitely have to get along. You have to be friends. That has to be there. That chemistry has to be there. Otherwise, there's no point in being a band. I mean, like, thankfully, we all definitely we respect each other and love each other. We're brothers. We've been together like this for 11 years. Well, at least with this lineup now, it's been about 5 years. But I mean, this band is the longest I've been in for ever. I've never been in a band any longer than a couple of years, but it just speaks volumes. I just love the people in this band. We all have mutual respect for each other. That has to start there. Otherwise, it's not going to work. We enjoy being around each other, so it makes it easy to tour.
We're talking with Roy. He's with the band Stone Sour. They're coming to Bemidji here on Wednesday night at the Sanford Center. And, getting back to the band Stone Sour, and, of course, you're made up of many different people. And your lead guy, Corey Taylor, also is with another band, too. And so sometimes you guys, and I don't want to say you get put on the back burner, but there's times where you're not out there. How is that for you guys, I guess the other guys in the band? What's it like when you guys aren't out in the forefront where Corey's other band is?
Well, for me, I actually enjoy having the time off when we do. I have time to spend with my daughter and do other things that I want to do, like do more studio work, do some soundtrack work, work on do my own thing. And in the middle of that, downtime, I also get together with the other guys and write. So it's okay, it's all right.
And obviously you're touring right now. How has the touring been this year for you?
Man, probably one of the best tours we've ever been on. I mean, it's been crazy. We did so far. We're at 90 shows in 7 months and 18 countries or 19 countries. It's been crazy, but it's been great. And the shows have been amazing. The crowds have been amazing. Like practically almost some sold out rooms, which has never really happened with this band. I mean, we just came from Australia and Japan, Europe, Russia, England. Like all those shows were off the hook. Were
Right.
amazing.
The thing I don't think people realize, Roy, is that this lifestyle that you live on the road, it's rigorous. It's crazy. And you almost have to be like an athlete training every day just to keep up, don't you?
Well, first off, you got to be crazy to be living this lifestyle. I think we're all a little bit crazy, for damn sure, to be living this way. Yeah, it is like that. It is definitely an athlete lifestyle, at least from my standpoint, because I'm pretty much doing cardio every day for 75 minutes to 90 minutes every day, playing drums. I'm wiped out by the end, but luckily I'm able to bounce back the next day and do it. Those post-workout drinks are really good.
I don't know how the hell you...
Word of advice to all drummers out there: you want that extra boost of good energy and not Red Bull energy. Drink the post-workout drinks. Now, it doesn't give you too much jitter. It just gives you the right amount of edge to just go and just do it, and you don't feel so bad the next day. Because it replenishes your the amino acids. You add all these amino acids in your body from that drink, and then your muscles repair overnight, and then you feel better.
Right.
The next day, you don't wake up all achy and crampy and stuff. So that's my secret for that, and it works great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know we got to get going here, Roy, but I want to ask one more thing before we get going here. Rock radio as a whole, I guess, give us your take of the rock industry today through your eyes.
Haven't given much thought.
Okay, it's honest.
Honestly, the rock industry, it changes every day. It's changing every day, and it's actually, I think it's going to get better. That's all I got to say. And it's going to get better for all the bands out there. Everyone's going to get what they deserve. Things are going to get better. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to be optimistic. All right.
That's a great approach for it. That's a great approach. Hey, you're going to be in Minnesota here coming up, and we're looking forward to seeing you. Any special things that maybe we should look forward to in the show coming up here on Wednesday?
Yeah, man. Just all I got to say is just come out and have a good time, man. That's what it's all about, having a great time. Nothing serious. Just have a good time.
And just pound on the skins a little bit, right?
Oh, I'll be doing that. I hope everyone's be shaking their hips while I'm doing that.
Sounds great. Hey, Roy, thanks so much.
If they're not shaking their hips, then I'm not doing my job.
Then you're not doing your job. That's right. Hey, Roy, thanks so much for joining us. Hey, I wish you a speedy recovery on the health, and have a lot of fun here coming up on Wednesday at the show, okay?
I can't wait. Thank you.
Once again, that is the drummer from Stone Sour. That is Roy.